Okay, everyone, it is, oh my goodness, 7 o'clock Eastern time on the dot. Welcome to the one and only call with Shaun T tonight. Who's excited for this call? Like, woo, woo. Okay, so I am so excited to be here with all of you tonight. We are going to be rocking with all of you. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Wendy Watts. I'm the director for the East region on the coach development team, and I have the pleasure to co-facilitate tonight's call with Miss Julie Voris tonight. And with that being said, we have some pretty spectacular elite teams that have earned this call tonight, right? You, ladies and gentlemen, are here because you are one of the top teams in the entire Beachbody network. So congrats and hats off to all of you, because this is definitely an exclusive call, right? And I know you're totally jazzed for this call. We have Julie Voris, we have Holly Hillier, we have Tissa Matthews, we have Cindy Yost, we have Karen Utley, and a lot of other coaches that are on this call tonight. So many more. And you want to hear from the one and only Shaun T. Before he comes on and before we get this party started, I want to share just a few announcements that all of you probably saw on the loop at the very beginning of this call. First one is you have that 3-step launch plan. Y'all, this is something that's new. We have only been doing this now for the last 2 launches. It is a guide. It's a 1-page guide for all of you to leverage. And I know some of you are already working, weeks out in advance and you had your own, and that's totally fine. But this is something for you to utilize to help you kind of plan out the launch, to help you identify what are the key dates, to talk about, what do you talk about on social media, what day, etc. So utilize that 3-step launch plan, and that is in your coach back office, okay? That's number 1. Number 2, sample workout. This bad boy is coming on April the 12th, less than 2 weeks, okay? So April the 12th is when the sample workout will be released. That will be a week before it launches to all of you, okay? So it launches to all of you on 4/19. If you have a pen, write that down. Sample workout is the 12th. So your goal, right, number 1 is to do the sample workout. And then secondly is to share that bad boy with everyone that you know. Share that, right? And last but not least, if someone comes in with a challenge pack or a completion pack by end of night tonight, they get 50% off the digital unlock Let's Get Up program. So those are kind of some 3 key things in terms of announcements that you need to know. Now, I mean, seriously, this man, let me just make sure that he's on. Let's see. Shaun, are you there?
Here, I'm here.
Look at you are there. Okay, hold up. All right, so before the one and only, the man comes on, I mean, truly, Shaun, you don't need any introduction, but I just want to intro you. For those of you, you're like, we know Shaun. He's like my bestie. Shaun has been with Beachbody over 17 and a half years. He is the author of Transform 20, a guy who truly is an inspiration to us all. So I'm excited for all of you to hear from Mr. Shaun T. So before we do that, can I ask all of us to do something real quick? Let's do this. Everyone get up. Come on, get up. Get up, baby. You know Shaun's going to be getting up any second. He's going to be showing us some moves. Get up. Give Shaun, if you would, everyone unmute yourselves. Give him a big round of applause for creating this program. I love it. Shaun, the stage is yours, my friend.
Oh my gosh. Can you hear me? First of all, I want to make sure, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I want to make sure I'm on the right mic because I know y'all recording this and I got to sound good. Thank you. First of all, thank you for my little standing. Oh, I ain't even do nothing yet. You know what I'm saying? But I am so happy to be here. I see Julie Voris. I don't know if I know you, Corey Hendrick, but I see you too. You right in front of me, and you too, Jenny Fellows. What happened? Oh, I hear crashing going on in the transformation center. I gotta make sure everybody's fine. Anyway, I hope you are all so good. I don't even know how to begin except to tell a lot of you who may not know that before we get into that program is that I've actually been with Beachbody for 17 years. And for those of you who had like ever had an entry-level job. I'm sure some of y'all are like, you went right to the big dogs. But I really started out as entry level as you can be in Beachbody. I was a trainer for Kathy Smith's test group in 2003 and 2004. I helped her develop the program Project U, which I don't believe is on East Beachbody On Demand. But so I've been here for a very long time, and it's just so exciting for me to be able to bring you a new experience, and an experience that really, 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 everyone, it really encompasses my entire personality as a human, not as just like a trainer. And, fun fact, and everybody knows, I hate the word super trainer because I'm no more super than you are. I believe that we all have superpowers. Like if I came to your house, you are super at something that you can teach me. So just call me a group exercise instructor, because that is exactly the space that I like to live in. With a little motivation and a little author on the side, and a dad for 3 years. But anyway, I wanted to get you guys excited about this because I do know that a lot of people aren't dancing queens. I know everybody ain't dancing queens, but I want you to, okay, Masha Bacharova. I see you moving your head like this. But I know a lot of people aren't dancers, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, no, a dance program. And I want you, if for this just the next 15 minutes, to take the word dance out of this, out of your internal vocabulary for a second. Because I think for those of you who are coaches, which I believe are most of you, and customers, but specifically coaches, you have an opportunity with this program to reach a brand new demographic. And I'm gonna eliminate this question right now. You can't compare it to size. You can't compare it to hip hop abs. You can't compare it to rock and body. You can't compare it to country heat. You can't do any of that. Like, don't even do those programs to prep for this. People are like, oh, I'm dancing to get ready. It is a completely different experience. And the reason why is because this program really this experience really encompasses so much. And the point that I want to make before, again, I go into really what it is and getting the meat of it, you all know that the majority of the world doesn't work out, right? Like we are in this Beachbody bubble. We are in this fitness bubble. Like we've all somehow, I lost weight. I lost 50 pounds. That's how I got into the fitness world. I mean, I was an athlete, but the fitness world is completely different. But you do know that more than 70% of the world does not work out, right? Like not consistently. And so this experience gives you an opportunity to reach those people. But don't eliminate the insaniacs or, the lift 4 people. You can't eliminate them either. First and foremost, this program was developed based on joy. How can I get people to actually enjoy what they're doing for 30 minutes a day? Because while I know all of y'all love good old me, well, most of y'all, some of y'all probably don't love me, but it's fine. You will after this. I know y'all love a good Shaun T butt whooping. When you're in a challenge group and it's Friday fight in Max 30, you be like, am I going to tell them I did Max 30 and do like a T25, or am I actually going to do a Max 30? Corey, I see you laughing because I'm telling the God's honest truth. And Kristen Burks is looking at me like I'm crazy. But it's fine, Kristen. But anyway, and Alexandra Lembo is cold, but you ain't going to be cold after this workout. She got a blanket on. But anyway, I know y'all look at me like I'm crazy. And if you've ever run a challenge group, you spent a lot of time getting people to wake up, to stay committed, to work out, right? This program, for the majority of people, you won't have to do that. You're literally going to get people setting their alarm early. Even those people who say they're uncoordinated, which I'll get to in a little bit, they're going to be like, oh my goodness, I can't even wait to see what the experience is tomorrow, because every day brings you a completely different experience. Not to mention that we're outside in Hawaii, and I say we because I bring you into the screen with this workout. But anyway, I'm gonna get into the meat of the workout and the experience, and then I'll talk a little bit more about some other things that I think you'll actually really appreciate from a coach perspective, science perspective, and fun perspective. So first and foremost, every workout starts with an energized moment. I believe that energize for me, this is my personal testimony, when I really committed to taking energize every day, and y'all know I'm already the energizer bunny. You can ask the people, my friends that I work with, they already know I'm crazy anyway. But for me, when I start with energize, it is me press and play. That is my press and play. Personally, when I take energize, I set my own intention. I'm like, once I drink this, I'm not wasting this energy. I'm going to use it. And so every workout starts out with an energized moment. It's like a minute and a half to 2 minutes of me setting up your intention of the day. Each workout is based on a title of the song that you will, I don't want to say dance to, but you will show out to at the very end. So each workout has a title, and it's not like abs, butt, and legs, or Tabata strength. I'm hating on myself right now because I want y'all to go into Let's Get Up World. It is like one of the workouts is called Living My Best Life. One of the workouts is called Feel Good. One of the workouts is called Swing and Shake, right? One of the workouts is called The Only Way Is Up. So I'm setting your intention for the workout, helping you think less about the body and more about, oh my goodness, like I'm about to have a really great time today. So everything starts out with an energized moment. I'm shaking my shake. You're making your shake. You're drinking your shake. I'm talking. I'm teaching you sometimes exercises that you may see in the workout to kind of get you set and ready. Then once you press play, let me tell you, that's Shaun T. I'm talking in third person right now. Once you press play, that Shaun T comes on the screen and he is already hyped. He's already lit. I'm doing them now because, we're in post-production. I'm like, who is he? And I always say to Scott or Chip or Elliott, I'm like, I can't believe y'all let me act like that. But I'm like laughing from the beginning. Now, is it dance style warm-up? Absolutely. The moves are level 1 to 4. Like, every move that I've done, I based on some sort of exercise. So instead of looking at it like dance, I want you to look at it like he took this exercise and made it a dance move. Let's even stay like step side to side. I'm on my couch today. But when you're doing this, usually people think like, oh, I just got to move. I'm like, no, squeeze your back. If we're doing a step clap, which is only one time, I'm like, squeeze your shoulders and do a lat pull down. How are you engaging when you're doing this? Years ago, when I created Hip Hop Abs, I created Tilt, Tuck, and Tighten. No one really knew how to engage their core. They just think people like dancing in the club like this, right? For me, I'm like, no, squeeze the core as you move, right? So I'm doing that with your entire body, from your back to your legs to your butt. So the whole warm up, while it's hype, you're getting cardio. I'm teaching you level changes. Someone just said, how different is this than Zumba? It is not even the same, honey child. It ain't even the same. Y'all know I'm crazy, so I'm just going to say whatever I want. This is exactly how I act in the workouts too. But anyway, it is nothing like Zumba. I love Zumba, but to your point, and I would have never said that, but since you asked the question, there are a bunch of people out there who love Zumba that definitely want a new experience, and this is it. And not necessarily, I'm all about like, keep your Zumba, keep whatever you do. I never hate on other workouts, but it's different, completely different. So anyway, I'm teaching you how to use your muscles. The second part of the workout, each warm up is about 4 minutes. It flies by. Then you hit a tone and tighten section every single workout, where you pulse. You're in plie, you're in lunge. I'm working your legs. We work on balance. We work on shoulder rotation. We work on the core. You are nice and low. Usually it's 6 moves on the way down, the same 6 moves on the way back, but on the way down we tone, on the way back we tighten. Usually it's isometric contractions, where I get you to embrace the burn that I've talked about for many years. But now we're doing it to rhythm, super simple moves. So that's about 4 minutes. After that, you're burning. You're like, oh my God, you feel really good. You're in a perfect state of warm up. Then you hit the choreo rep section. This is where most people are like, oh my gosh, like I don't know what's going to happen. So the choreo rep section is based on this. Yes, they are dance moves. Again, I base these moves off of exercises and add a little flair to it. So like, I'm going to stand up. You won't see my head, but you'll see my legs. So I'm going to do a move where I do a little hop and I'll add a little groove, but I'm going to just watch it and then I'll explain. Now, you probably couldn't see my whole legs, but basically what I did, I'm punching over under. I'm like, yes, engage your core, but basically I'm doing 2 hop squats, adductor squats, right? So it looks like a dance move if I'm like, But really, you're just doing an adductor squat. And so a lot of these moves, even if we're snapping away, I'm like, squeeze your back. And you're doing a little hop like you would do a side-to-side hop, right? So everything, I mean, and there's some fun things. Like I do something called the money clap. And then you drop down into a squat. Boom. And I'd be like, grab the bag, grab the money bag, okay? Make it fun. So anyway, I say all that to say this section, you have 2 choreo rep section, and look at it like exercises. You'll do 8 reps, then 4 reps, then 2 reps, then 2 reps. And then you move on to the next section. The greatest thing is we have this amazing tool called the Cameo. There's a gold diamond that starts to blink before I do the next exercise dance move. And then there's a box that pops up and her name is Carly. And Carly pops up and she starts doing the move before me. So even though I'm cueing, it's less about you trying to figure out what move to do. So you just keep on moving and you just keep dancing through. So it's really fun like that. And just so you know, there's 2 sections like that. And even people who started out in both test groups that I have going on right now, some people are like, oh my gosh, like there's this one husband and wife, and the husband was like, I'm so uncoordinated. Now when I tell you he goes for all of it, because it's just like you just let yourself flow, you just let yourself keep moving. So it's really great. The next section after that is the insanity section. It's not an insanity section where I let you get out of control. It's an insanity section. It's very tamed. Each move is 20 seconds. There's 6 moves. It's all done to the beat. It's most of the time it's slow enough that you know what muscle you're working. So it's not just getting insane to get insane. It's like, okay, get your knees higher. There are 3 rounds. The 3rd round I call the dig deeper section. I'm like, and it's not about go faster. It's about, are your knees higher? Are you getting as low as you can? Are you engaging your core? So once you start to get a little bit tired, I tell you to increase your range of motion, increase the calorie burn. After that, we go into a choreo stack section where we take the 2 choreo rep sections, we repeat it 5 times in a row. I break it down. It's great, but it starts out really slow. So when you're really tired from insanity, instead of saying, here's a long break, I say, here's how you work your muscles as we go back to what we did in the cardio section. It's just super slow. We ramp it up to 5 times. The last 2 times you do it to the song of the day that we created with an amazing singers, amazing producers. Each song was created by us. It's specific. It's been an amazing experience working with everybody, and a couple by yours truly. Okay. All right. So that's how it is. Now, here's some really fun things. One, there's a modifier. Her name is Alexia. Now, I know, Julie, you were a modifier in, Shaun Week, but let me tell y'all about Alexia. She is sassy. She is fun. She does hair flips. I'm watching it back now. She's like responding to me. She's in the camera. She just loves to have a good time. She's a modifier for low impact. There's no power jumps. There's no burpees. There's no push-ups. There's no abs. There's no planks. You never go to the floor. Ever, 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 ever. So she does everything low impact, even though most of it is low impact, and you still get results. Now, how do you still get results if most things are low impact? Well, here's the greatest thing. A lot of people have been tracking their calorie burn against Max 30 because both workouts are 30 minutes long. The longest workout is 35 minutes. It flies by. People are burning more calories than they do in Insanity Max 30. Here's why. I keep you in your aerobic zone. You never go to your anaerobic zone. Unless you're a new exerciser and you hit the insanity section, you might be like, oh, wow. But most people, it's designed so that you never go to your anaerobic threshold, which keeps you in your highest caloric burn as you go throughout the program. It goes by super, super fast, y'all. Like, it's so fun. Then at the very end, workout ends, I come on again with a shareable moment. This is where I take some of the moves and I do give you a little 15 to 20 second TikTok or reel moment that you can share on social media. It's super fun. You can rewind it as many times as you can. Now I want to address the people that say I don't have rhythm. How many of you can sing the alphabet song, not in tune, meaning you can sing, but how many people can go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and stick with me while I'm singing a song? Raise your hand. I'm sure you all have sang it, or Mary Had a Little Lamb, a duck, duck, goose, right? So people who tell you they don't have rhythm, they're lying, because we can all sing. And if you can sing in time, not with a good voice, just in time, then you have rhythm. People have a hard time translating that rhythm to their body, because whenever you think you have to dance, you think you're performing. And so as you go throughout this program, we break down that barrier, right? Yes. Is there such thing as uncoordination? Absolutely. Can you break that barrier? Absolutely. Because no one's watching you. You don't have to feel like you're performing. You just have to move. Really fun story. There's a man in the workouts. His name is Graham. He is now Lady Gaga's assistant choreographer. He danced for Lady Gaga in Vegas. But here's the thing. He moved to LA not being able to dance. He snuck in clubs, just dancing on the dance floor. He's like, I just wanted to learn how to dance. Worked his way up that he got an agent and ended up now being assistant choreographer for Lady Gaga. He was one of those people that was like, I can't dance at all. And so I'm just letting you all know, with time, if you're just moving with me, you still will have a good time. And people who say I'm not a great dancer, they burn a crazy amount of calories. Okay, so that's the cardio conditioning workouts. You have 2 resistance workouts per week. They come in on a Monday and a Friday. There are a total of 4 resistance workouts. I wanted to create more. We ran out of time, but I do have bonus resistance workouts. And so every Wednesday and Friday, you'll get a resistance workout. And the only equipment you need in this entire program is 2 dumbbells and your body. Okay. Now, how do the resistance workouts, compare to whatever? So basically, you do your same kind of warm up, you do your tone and tighten section, and where there's normally your choreo rep section, like the dance portions, that's where you pick up the weights. And then you go to insanity, and then you pick up the weights again. So all of the quote unquote dance cardio sections are replaced with weight training, and it's all done to it's basically a weight training routine, but you repeat and you repeat and you repeat. Each time you do the workouts and each time you do a resistance workout, I tell you, choose an amount of weight that's actually challenging you. So I tell people choose anywhere from 8 to 15 pounds. If you're Shaun T, sometimes you choose 20, but don't do that because it's a freaking nightmare. But anyway, from 8 to, and I say 8 because I would not go less than 8 pounds. Even if you're like, Shaun, like 5 is going to be enough. I'm like, great. Like, feel the burn. The resistance workouts are more based on muscular endurance than they are on building your muscle. This entire program is based on toning your body. And, at the end of the day, it is weight loss. This is not a program that somebody's going to like get bigger muscles or gain weight. This is a program that's going to help your heart, make you have a lot of fun, and tone you up. And you'll see, we shot most of the program in time. There were a couple workouts that were at the end of the workout that we shot in the first couple of days, but you'll actually see the cast body change as we go throughout this, because it's just so like incredibly effective if you commit. So yes, I spoke a lot. Now I'll take some questions because I don't want to bore you with just, me continuing to talk. Okay. Any questions? I'm gonna go in the chat. Does someone want to take over that?
Okay. Hi, I will take over that for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Julie.
We had a couple questions about music, which you answered. We had a couple questions about weights, which you answered. We had some
Julie,
high fives on no floor.
Hold on 1 second. I want to talk about music again. You just made me remember something.
Absolutely.
So a lot of people they think Shaun T, they think TikTok, they think hip hop, whatever. No, this workout has everything. You have swing, you have Latin, you have musical theater, you have hip hop, you have pop, you have Afro beats, and you have like lyrical. You have every genre of music. I even have a rock song. That's why I put my mohawk in. It's so many different genres of music. So to the person who said, is it like Zumba? No, because I have 2 great Latin songs, fun routines. I have disco. So there's so many, like, that's why you wake up every single day and it's a completely different experience than it was yesterday. Okay, Julie.
Okay, first of all, I did hear that there was a musical theater song on it, which, I mean, shouldn't every workout have musical theater in it? So
it is
thank
called
you.
It's called Breaking the Rules, because I was like, I want to break the rules of fitness. I'm
I
like,
love
I'm
it.
breaking the rules here.
I love
And
it.
it is, oh my goodness, you're going to love it. You're going to love it.
Okay, talk to us a little bit about shoes. I always feel like that's a question people give when we have a new program. What are some shoes that you might recommend? Not necessarily brands, but just types, kinds. And then also someone asked about postpartum tips.
Okay, perfect. So for shoes, so there are a couple, like the slower, like lyrical thing, I actually do with no shoes on because it's super slow and you can stay grounded. It's super fun to do with no shoes on, not socks, nothing. Because I don't need you slipping and falling and blaming me and your little socks. But but shoes, I wouldn't recommend super flat shoes. Like I would recommend something that has like a slight bit of elevation, like I'm gonna say Air Max. Just make sure it has a good sole, and but the sole's not thick. Like you don't want the whole shoe to be leveled off the ground. So it's just, but you have to. Even runners are fine, but I feel like sometimes running shoes are too flexible. So just kind of, I wouldn't even, like right now I have on high tops, and the only reason why I would wear these is because the back of the shoe is just a tad bit higher, because you are in plie a lot, and you do do a lot of like level changes and range of motion. So just make sure it has a good arch support, but not super flat and flexible to the ground, like unless it's a slower dance number.
Perfect. Postpartum tips.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Alexia is there for, obviously pregnancy and everything. I mean, when I think postpartum, I think women who may have had a C-section, or, you kind of just finish. Everything to me is about if your doctor says you're ready. And, the thing about this is you can move at your own intensity. I push you to like really go for it and give level changes, but you just kind of in a way have to be smart and follow the modifier.
So, some of the questions they're funny because people want like this, and this. Y'all, it's Shaun T. Like, what? This
Ask
workout is
me.
going to change your life. It's going to change your life because it's Shaun T. And there is not one person better on this planet, better at marrying what you're doing in your workout with what you can do in your life. So whether you do this program barefoot or this way or that way or whatever, it's going to change your life because it's a Shaun T program. And really, at the end of the day, that is all you need to know.
You know why? Like usually I kind of throw away compliments like that, but I'm swallowing that compliment. I'm gonna digest it. And you want to know why? Because it is literally a program based around joy. Like I casted this and basically asked the people, like, are you a person that wants to have fun? And are you a person that wants to give? The cast members are there. It's not like a party amongst us. It's a party with you. It is an experience. And so at minimum, you will work out for 30 days and have a really great time.
And isn't that all what we need right now?
That's what we need.
Exactly what we need right now. The timing could not be more perfect. A couple questions in the chat, and Wendy, I don't know how much time we have. I feel like we're probably at the end almost.
Let's go.
Almost.
We have 2 more questions. Is that okay, Shaun?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did see somebody say, where can we get that shirt? I believe this will be on Shaun T Apparel soon. Just check the website. But we have some amazing gear coming out for Let's Get Up too. Like you guys got to keep ready, because there's some really like cool shirts and stuff for Let's Get Up as well.
Someone asked about nutrition program. If you have any thoughts as to what nutrition program to pair with this.
Yeah, so just so you know, I did a lot of, Beachbody having me shoot a lot of videos. So there's some videos that's going to come out where I talk about nutrition, I talk about supplements. Obviously, you all know what nutrition programs we have out there. I also did a podcast with Alana that I re-aired it a few weeks ago. So if you guys want to like listen to that, if you don't know much about her, because I'm definitely, obviously, 2B Mindset is one of the programs that are there. But yeah, I mean, just like anything, I think with that said too, is that for your bod groups and for your challenge groups, you're going to spend less time getting people to wake up and work out, and you'll spend more time being able to focus on nutrition and sustaining their results. I think we spend a lot of time in challenge groups getting people, like I said earlier, to stay on track. But now you're going to have people that are so excited to get up and work out. You can really focus on the nutrition to enhance their results.
That's perfect. Wendy, did you see any other questions that I missed? I feel like they kind of all, we got encompassed, other than can we get that shirt?
No additional questions, but I mean, everyone is so incredibly jazzed for this program, Shaun. I mean,
Thank you.
The man, Mr. Shaun T. Listen, we so appreciate your time tonight. And just remember, sample workout, right? I know this is coming to a close. Sample workout is when?
The 18th?
The 12th.
12th.
So sample workout.
Don't ask me, y'all.
I wasn't asking you, Shaun.
I'm like, she's quizzing me and I'm going to fail. Like they sent me a 30-page with a PowerPoint. I'm like, this is like a final exam that I don't have time for.
Absolutely not. No. You're so cute. So sample workout on 4/12, coach launch 4/19. Share the sample workout with your prospects, with as many people as you know, because listen, what's the point of working out if you can't have fun? So with that being said, we love you, Shaun. Thank you so much. I will send the recording to all of you and have an amazing night. Bye, everyone.